What's up, guys? Today we're going to be looking over the xTool F1 Ultra that xTool was nice enough to send me. And we're going to do a quick overview of the machine. So here's the machine. I have it set up. This is the xTool F1 Ultra. And they were nice enough to send me the air purifier as well. I have everything here connected. And I have a whole bunch of wires everywhere. So we're just going to ignore that for now. And this is one heck of a machine, let me tell you that right now. So let me tell you a little bit about the machine. This is a dual laser engraver. It has both a fiber laser and a diode laser, which basically means that it can engrave anything from wood to steels to ceramics and all kinds of things in between. And it is one powerful machine. But one thing I do want to give them their props for is the packaging. This came very well packaged, very secure, and it was very easy to take out of the package and put together. It was pretty self-explanatory. That's why I didn't really record that part of the process. And we're going to move on straight to using the machine. I've already tinkered with it a little and played. I've gone on ahead and gone through the whole setup process, which was basically to recalibrate it. That way everything is aligned and ready, because things can move around during shipping. So it's very important to get that done right. And it wasn't too difficult. Just a little bit of moving some numbers on the computer, and a little bit of tweaking with the hardware here, which was pretty simple. But yeah, pretty much if I could do it, anybody can do it. It just took a few minutes and everything is set up. And one cool feature I like about this guy is that it comes with this little touchscreen. So you can basically do everything off of this touchscreen. If you already have your files pre-uploaded, especially like for me, I'm gonna always be using the same logo. It's pretty easy and straightforward to just get the same logo going back and forth whenever I need to, without having to, bring out my computer or my phone. But you do need your computer to set everything up. But once you have to have it set up to your Wi-Fi, you don't need your computer anymore. You can do everything off of your phone. But, I mean, design is easier on the computer, at least for me. So I will definitely be using my computer whenever needed. You know, I see my smudge fingers on there. Finger smudges. So let's move on to this laser. So when my computer boots up and gets ready, so they sent me multiple different materials that I can use and test out with this machine. This is a metallic business card, and I believe they're made out of aluminum. So we're gonna do our first test on this guy. Oh, by the way, this is a grill for setting things on to be able to cut. This is freestanding. You can either use that to tie down any kind of tools that you may have, such as this little guy, which I can put here and just twist on the screw. If I can get in the right spot. Let me switch hands. I'm not left-handed. And you can pretty much get in the spot wherever you need it. And you can make sure, if you're doing repeatable pieces, to always have something to line up to. That way you get a repeatable result, especially if you're doing multiples. So it came with this, and that's what those little screws are used for, the little screw holes. And it comes with more attachments that you can use for different things. But that's going to be the main guy I probably use. And it also comes with this cutting plate. So basically this is just a plate to hold your stuff above, and you can place your, let's say I was going to cut out a little logo out of this card, which I don't know why I would do that, but let's say I was going to cut this business card, I would put it right here, and this spacing would give me the leeway to be able to cut without damaging the machine, which is pretty cool that they include that. Another cool thing about this machine is that you can actually cut material with it, and it's designed for that, which is why you get this metal crate. But because it is a 20-watt fiber laser, and that is a pretty powerful laser, and you can use it to cut different templates and stuff out of wood and other materials, depending on how many passes and what kind of power you use for it. So now let's move on to marking this card with JP's Bladeworks on there and see how that design comes out. So here, as you can see, I'm in the program and I've already written JP's Bladeworks on here. And I have it set to black metal business card here. So the settings are already going to be to whatever they're supposed to be as a standard for this material. So I'm going to go on ahead and frame it and show you how it frames, and then we'll go on to our engraving process. So here I'm going to switch over to the camera so you can see what the framing looks like. So here you can see the framing. I have it set to square. I can also switch it over to outline. And let me stop the framing and reframe it. So here I have it set to outline, and it's showing me the outline of basically where the letters are going to go. So I can make sure I want it right about there. I'm going to stop the framing. And we're going to go on ahead and put our hood down for safety. And we're going to go on ahead and mark it. So here we have our business card marked, and it says JB's Bladeworks, and I'm not gonna lie, that looks pretty good. You can't even feel it, but you can see it. And it looks pretty good. Let's try for our logo on the back. So now we're gonna go for our logo. I have it set to the base settings for the black metal business card, and we're gonna go on ahead and frame it. And I'm gonna go on ahead and lower it and do our marking. And here we are, we got the logo done, and it looks pretty good. And it's definitely deeper than the one on the other side, but I think my settings weren't quite right on this one. That's why I didn't get it as deep, and that is because I did not adjust the laser after I put this guy on there. So I forgot to adjust the laser, so it wasn't burning at max capacity, which it should have been, or else it would have given me this kind of finish as well, this white layer underneath. And I was able to do that in just a few seconds. It was taking approximately 21 seconds to be able to mark each one of these. And I was able to do all of those in basically like 2 minutes. Once I ended up reading the instructions that says double press the xTool button because I'm only pressing it once. But after I figured that out, repeatable works like this is a breeze. Now these are going to be little 1 ounce knife wax canisters, I guess, or cans that I send out with my knives whenever I sell them. I'm going to send out one of these guys so you can take care of that knife. And I thought it was a pretty cool idea, so I'm just going to make this in-house because it's cheaper than buying them online. I think they were selling me like 20 for like $9 a pop, which is like almost 200 bucks plus shipping, which I was like, nope, I just make my own. So thanks to this laser I can, and it's a pretty much a breeze just to, you know, make multiples of this pretty easily. Now let's get on to marking a blade, which is what I've been waiting for. First off, I'm gonna get a test piece of steel, and we're gonna put our maker's mark on it, make sure we get the depth that we want, make sure everything works out good. And then we're gonna move on to marking one of my knives that I have set aside for just this occasion. So this took a few minutes, and it definitely shows the different grades and how they look so different. Like this is nice and deep, but it's also like burned out, and I'm looking for something more like this. But on a Damascus piece, if I do it after etching, I mean not prior to etching, I could go with one of these. If I do it prior to etching, I can go definitely darker and deeper because I can clean it up with the wire wheel. But if it's after etching, which I won't do on normally, but I will for today's because it's already done, probably go with something like this. Maybe do it a couple passes. I'm going to put this guy back in, and I'll probably do a couple passes over here with one of these slider ones. So I've gone on ahead and done 3 markings. They're all the same stats as this guy, which is a 2500% speed, or it's 2500 millimeters per second, I think, and 100% power. And this is 5 passes, 10 passes, and 15 passes. So 15 passes feels like my etches. Whenever I do my electro etch, it definitely feels like that, and it's nice, clean, and crisp. 10 passes I can also get away with, but it's slightly less deep. But this guy right here, that's the money maker right there. So I think I'm pretty happy with that. I am gonna move on to doing my knife, and fingers crossed I don't ruin a very, very expensive knife. Fingers crossed. Alright guys, so here's a look at the mark. It came out very, very nice, crisp, and clean, and I'm very happy with that. Overall, it's a very nice knife. And this knife will be available on the website if you want to pick it up yourself once this video drops. So definitely be on the lookout for that if that is something you are interested in. As well as if you want your own F1 Ultra laser, be sure to go in the description down below so you can check it out. And they are running a Black Friday sale right now, so there will be a very hefty discount on the laser. So definitely go check it out if you're interested. And as always, guys, thank you very much for watching, and I will catch y'all on the next one. Peace.